Howdy, y'all. It's a beautiful October day here in Northwest Arkansas, which means it is cold, wet, and rainy. So, in my book, that means it's the perfect day for a smoke. And today, we've got Blackhouse from Hearth and Home, which, according to their description of it, it's a Latakia based blend with Virginias, Orientals, dark fired Kentucky, Creek, and a bit of unflavored black Cavendish. Now, I've had this one and smoked it for quite a while now. I don't smoke a high volume, so my tobacco lasts a long time, and I've been pretty pleased with it. It was a bit dry when I first got it, but I just put a little bit of damp paper towel in the tin with it for a day or so, and that really got the moisture content up to where it should be. Now, it's the blend wasn't the best. I don't know how well you can see that on camera. It's kind of stemmy, and some of the sizes are. There's a big old piece of stem there. Some of the sizes are a little bit uneven, but it smokes well. It's got a very nice Virginia kind of barnyard smell to it. I really like from an English tobacco. And I've got a freshly sweetened Country Squire Bing from Missouri Meerschaum. So let's pack her up and give her a go, shall we? Some of y'all are probably going to get mad at me for using a Bic lighter for my lighter, but I'm not fancy enough for tapers and things like that. It's a very balanced, mellow tobacco. Don't really detect much perique in it. Um, Perique flavor really jumps out strongly to me, and I like it to be in there a little bit, but I don't want it to be super strong. Because, like I said, it's really powerful to me. Let that set for a moment before I tamp it. So apparently, a Blackhouse is a traditional type of Scottish home from Middle Ages. So you should be getting kind of Isle of Skye Scottish vibes off of this when you smoke it. Apparently, but I guess that fits with the hearth and home theme, like naming them after different kinds of houses, I suppose. But this one, yeah, definitely in the room note. Very mellow room note. You don't get much aroma from it after the smoke kind of wafts away from you, which is good, I guess. You know, if you're not wanting to leave a lot of lingering odor in your house, or if you've got other people that are a little sensitive to tobacco smoke. Oh yeah, it's a very smooth, mellow smoke. Really get that Latakia and Virginia flavor forward on it. You know, the other flavors like the Kentucky Fire Cured and the Cavendish are much more in the background. It's a very smooth, balanced. None of the flavors really just overpower any of the others. we judge by deeds rather than words, then this is definitely my favorite tobacco because it's the one that I run out of the fastest, and I have to exercise the most discipline and not smoking up too quickly and make myself get around to my other tobaccos. So this definitely comes highly recommended from me. I sweetened this pipe earlier today with a little bit of corn liquor, and that's really helping to mellow out and diffuse the flavor a little bit. Yeah, as I smoke into it, I get a little bit more of that perique. It's a little bit sharp on the tongue. It's not a bad flavor at all. I like perique. I just find it really strong. The room note definitely has a little more of the Virginia and the burley in it. It has that kind of barnyard smell. The actual flavor on the tongue, though, is more of the leathery, molassesy taste with a little bit of that perique pepperiness in it. Perique definitely picks up a little bit more strongly as you get into the bowl good. As far as the pipe I'm smoking it in is concerned, um, so far all my pipes have been corn cobs, but this is definitely my favorite of all the cobs that I've got. I like a little bit of a bent stem and a little bit longer to kind of cool the smoke down. These used to be cheaper. Missouri Meerschaum's gotten high recently, so my next couple of pipes I think that I get into, I'm going to give Briar a try and see how it does. But yeah, that nice Virginia sweetness is coming out now that the tang of the perique is kind of settled down a little bit. There's a lot of flavor in this tobacco. The overall effect kind of makes me think of like a warm hayloft in late summer, or maybe Timothy squares like in Tractor Supply or something like that. A little bit of moisture settling in the bottom of the pipe. That might be from me. Give her a little bit of a tamp. See if that changes the flavor any. I've really been impressed with this particular tobacco, how much flavor there is in such a simple blend. Well, it's going out on me, but right before it did, I was really getting that perique flavor again, which is a nice change as you can kind of let it settle and go back and forth between the two. I don't have any of it with me today, but I have found in the past that this particular tobacco pairs very well with Jack Daniel's whiskey. I would be tempted to go get some of that, except that today is a Sunday and Arkansas does not have liquor sales on Sunday for some reason. Oh, yeah. This is really settling in now, and I'm getting that good flavor profile of the Perique and the Latakia and the Virginia. Tack room, that's the word I'm looking for. Very much reminds me of a tack room. Just that atmosphere and odor and aroma to it. Nice and leathery alfalfa. Nice aftertaste of Perique on that one. Yeah, I really don't have any complaints about this, except maybe they could take a little bit more care with the moisture content when they ship out. Which for all I know, it could have been sitting on the warehouse floor for 2 months waiting on somebody to buy some of it. But it smokes very smoothly, very well. I don't have any issues with it being too moist. Obviously, if it came to me too dry and I had to add some moisture to it, but it doesn't smoke too hot. I don't have a huge amount of trouble with it going out. Now that I've said that, it's going to go out on me. But I'm a fairly inexperienced pipe smoker, and I have a little bit of a hard time smoking aromatic tobaccos without getting the pipe too hot. And I honestly find that I just prefer English tobaccos. And so far, out of the several that I've tried, this one definitely takes the cake as my favorite. It's been the easiest to smoke, and it just has the most, to my palate, the most pleasant flavors all the way around. It's a little on the high side. I think I got it for like 17.50 or something like that for a ounce and ounce and quarter tin. But for no more than I smoke, I think it's definitely worth it. And if you're wanting a really good, mellow, even profiled English tobacco, I don't think you can go wrong with that one. A little bit of a different flavor in there. I'm not sure if that's the Kentucky Fire Cured or just what that is. Yeah, dark fired Kentucky, not fire cured. So I don't know if those are the same thing or not. But I have had cigars of fire cured Kentucky. That's what the flavor reminds me of. Yeah, I think that's the Kentucky flavor. Kind of a leathery, nutty, spicy flavor. Which I know that also describes Latakia and Perique. So, I mean, that could be just what I'm picking up on. Some of you guys that are connoisseurs of tobacco might be able to set me straight on what I'm tasting here. This is the second Missouri Meerschaum pipe I've had, and so far I've been pretty pleased with them. I'm not going to turn this into a pipe review, but it's definitely been a good pipe. I primarily smoke English with this, but I have smoked a couple of aromatics in it, and it hasn't ghosted that I can tell. I don't like to clench when I smoke because I find when I do, I get carried away and end up overheating my pipe. So I keep a hand on it so I can kind of gauge the temperature and if I'm going too fast or too slow. Flavor's changing now that we're well into it and we've had a couple of relights. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a pleasant flavor. Kind of makes me think of a dusty cornfield. This has been my second 10 that I've ever had of this Blackhouse tobacco. And once again, it's put out by Hearth and Home, if you guys feel like picking any up. And I picked it up the first time on a whim, just wanting to try some more English tobaccos. And I've been hooked on it ever since. I have to keep a 10 around every time I order any more tobacco from anybody. I have to get some more of that stuff along with whatever else I'm getting. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I definitely would recommend this to anybody. If you're wanting a good English tobacco, has a nice, mellow, balanced flavor to it, but has a lot of flavors. You can really distinctly pick out different types of tobacco, and it changes a lot as you go through a bowl, so you get a little bit different experience throughout the whole thing. Room note is right there in the middle. It's present. You can smell it after I've smoked in here for a few minutes, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't really linger to the next day, so you don't have to worry too much about damaging your house smoking inside. And yeah, it's a personal favorite of mine. Um, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I don't have anything to criticize it on except maybe the quality of the cut of the tobacco and the fact that they sent it to me kind of dry and crumbly. But even that was an easy fix. So thank you all for stopping by, and I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to finish my smoke.